Back in 2000, I wrote a book called Australian Bush Survival Skills. If you hunt around online, you can probably find ebook versions of it around someplace. But yeah, I wrote that book, and I did some survival courses in conjunction with the book way back then, which brings me to what I consider the most overrated outdoor survival skill perpetrated upon an unsuspecting public by survival books, survival courses, television shows, etc., etc. That is the friction fire making with two sticks. Rubbing two sticks together either this way with what's called the hand drill, or the way that they have the, looks like a bow. They call it the bow drill. The bow drill I don't really like at all because it has way too many moving parts, and if you're trying to teach somebody to do that skill, they get very frustrated very quickly. The hand drill method is a lot simpler. It's used in many parts of the world. I've seen it used in Samoa, and like West Africa they use it, and Aboriginal people here in Australia have been using it for many years. The thing is, if you are smart enough and prepared enough to go do a survival course and learn how to rub two sticks together to make a fire, do you not think you would be smart enough to just take a big lighter or a book of matches or a blowtorch, mini blowtorch, anything, you know, flint? There's so many ways you can make fire without rubbing two sticks together. You may say, well, you might not have those things, and then you would have to do it. Well, if you haven't practiced doing it, you don't know which wood to use, you don't know where to find the correct dry wood that will succeed, it's a waste of your time, and you're going to wear yourself out. You need to know what you're doing. You need to be lucky enough to have atmospheric conditions, like dry rather than muggy or drizzly or misty or whatever. Lots of things have to go right for the friction fire method to succeed. So yes, it's a very cool way to practice your bushcraft skills and gain confidence, etc., but I find as a practical method, it's just fairly ridiculous. By all means, learn how to do it if you want to. It's fun, it's really cool, it's really confidence building when you get that fire from a long bit of stick and a short bit of stick and a bit of friction and skill and perseverance. It's cool. When it happens, it's awesome. Gives you a good feeling. But is it practical? No. It's very rare in the real world, out in the bush, that you will have all the wonderful conditions that will make friction fire lighting with a couple of sticks work. Even if you succeed making a fire by rubbing two sticks together, it is going to take a huge amount of time, a huge amount of energy. It's going to rob your body of a huge amount of moisture. There's a lot of downsides there, my friends. Here's a little video about how I used to have lots of fun while I was trekking through the Kimberley, rubbing two sticks together to make fire. I think this one's from like 2003. It's going back a ways, but enjoy, and I'll meet you back here.
Now, for many people, the ultimate survival skill is considered to be the ability to pick up two sticks, rub them together, and make a fire. Hollywood movies love it, the Boy Scouts practice it, wilderness schools love to teach it, and every survival manual ever written seems to tell you how to do it. However, when was the last time you actually heard of someone in the real world, stranded out in the bush, save their life by knowing how to use this technique? Probably not very often or never. It's mostly just a really cool party trick that you can use to impress your friends. Now, you've got to start with the right wood. We've got a little bit of dead, dried up grass tree stalk here. Got to be bone dry, both of these. This is cottonwood. It's a very common native hibiscus you find up along the coast here. Very soft wood. I think the pretentious name for this one is Hibiscus tiliacea. And just get yourself a bit of a notch and a hole in the cottonwood. And then comes the hard bit. Got to go to work. Needless to say, you want to be doing this when you're fully hydrated and preferably have a good meal inside you. It's pretty labor intensive.
All right, we're back. It's hard enough to build a fire by rubbing two sticks together. It is much, much harder to do that while you are trying to film yourself doing that. Think about it. Because once you get the spark, you got to change the camera angle, and you come back, and oh, the spark's gone. You got to start again, and yeah, it's a mess. I think in a real survival situation, virtually nobody that I know of has ever saved their life by rubbing two sticks together to make fire. Let me put it this way. If you are in a genuine survival situation in the Australian bush, and you are thinking that you can rub two sticks together to make a fire, like Tom Hanks magically did on Castaway, very unbelievable, you're wrong. Your chances of success are far less than 1%. The energy expended in trying to do it is going to probably seriously hamper and deteriorate your existing survival situation. So that's what I think is the most overrated survival skill known to man, the friction fire lighting by rubbing sticks together. It's fun to learn, it's nice to know, but is it going to save your life if you've never practiced it and you don't know what you're doing? And no. They say never turn your back on the river. I believe that's excellent advice. I'm going to take it now.